And today we have a very beautiful W124 with us in yellow color. The owner of the car, Jatin, is here. Jatin, tell our viewers something about yourself. First of all, thank you so much for coming for the shoot.
Thank you for calling.
So tell our viewers who you are, what do you do, and the story of this car.
So, my name is Jatin Patel. I have my own vintage and classic car restoration workshop with modern car repairs and everything. This is our own personal car, my own personal car rather. It's a 1989 300E, finished in solar beam yellow.
So before we go for a drive in your car, tell me something good about this car and something that you think could be better.
Things which I love about this car, about this car is just a balance of the old school vibes and the old school charm with the core modern tech that you need for everyday use. Like your powerful AC, power steering, power windows, ABS, airbags, the whole works, right? So what could be better? Well, you can't perfect the perfection, right? I mean, it just has the right of everything. There's nothing more that gets more onto the table as what a modern car does than what this car already has. That, you know, so it's like nothing much. It's just the right thing.
Chalo, let's do one thing. Let's go for a drive.
Chalo?
Yeah. So we are out for a drive in the W124. It's a beautiful Sunday morning, a little rainy, and this car is 4 years elder than me. Jatin, tell me, what is your experience with the car in terms of the day-to-day performance? How do you compare it to modern cars? Any car?
I mean, I have no issues when compared to a modern car.
Yeah.
I use it as a modern car.
Yeah.
But just considering its age factor and our climate that we are in currently, it's monsoon time in Bombay. So during that, I just don't use it too much. But when it is not a monsoon time, this is my everyday daily running car. It's a daily driver for me.
So how's your experience like driving a 1989 car in 2024? Does it gain a lot of attention for people on the road?
Oh yes. Yeah? Attention wise, it's a complete attention seeker.
Yeah.
We are on the ceiling now. We'll go into the early sea phase. There will be spotters out there. You will see yourself the kind of attention it draws.
I think we should stop for 5 minutes over there and let everyone just enjoy this car.
We can do that. When I have to go somewhere where I don't want to know where am I don't take this car there.
Okay.
It's come to that point now.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's enjoyable. It's enjoyable.
So tell me the story of this car.
So let me start why a 124. So back when I was a kid, say about 5-6 year old.
Yeah.
I was very, very sick at one point of time.
Okay.
And you know, at that time, just to make me feel good, my dad's boss had sent his silver 124 E220.
Okay.
Right, Indian spec.
Yeah.
Which had black leather interiors, Pioneer wood stereo.
Yeah.
With and a silver color manual.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting in that car and just, you know, it's like those core memories which are just stuck with you.
Yeah.
So it was like that. It just got stuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, I would decide, listen, like, you know, I'm going to get myself a 124. But that time, you know, I was too small to know like what engines, etc. You know, and time progressed. I developed more. I grew up more. Everything. It was just like fixed that, you know, I don't want to go for a E220.
Yeah.
So basically, my fundamental of buying cars is a little bit out of whack. So whatever car I buy, the upgrade has to be more, or it has to be minimum of double or more than the current displacement capacity of the engine.
Okay, double you want.
Yeah. Right. Size wise also, it should be a bigger car.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I started off my life with a Palio, with a 800, which my mom gave it to me. Right. It was her car first, then came to me, like all us get from our parents.
Yeah.
Then used it for a year, 2 years. Developed a lot of knee problems because my body structure versus the size inside the car.
Yeah.
So I had to change it. And then I got myself into a Palio 1.6. So, you know, that fits that thing, double the displacement.
Yeah.
800cc to a 1.6 liter.
Yeah.
Right. And around that time, I heard the news about this car that, you know, it's coming into the market. And that car also had been restored by then, my Palio back then.
Yeah.
And then the opportunity came that I could buy this car.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it came into the market finally. And I was like, nothing doing, I want this car, that's it. That time, I didn't knew the condition. I hadn't seen the car. I didn't know whose car it was.
Yeah.
It was like, you know, one of our like persons in our community telling me, oh Jatin, there is a 300 for sale in Thane,
Yeah.
and basically the broker was from Juhu, and he's like the car is with a dealer in Thane.
Hmm.
I'm like, okay, chalo, let's
Yeah.
go and see.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't expect it to be a 300E, right?
Yeah.
Because majority of people feel 300 matlab diesel hai.
Ha.
And I was like, I don't want a diesel,
Hmm.
right? I just don't want a diesel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, no, but you come na, it's a special car. I'm like, okay, chalo, worth a trip.
Yeah.
So we went, and badge was missing at the back, so we didn't know. But it was a import because
Yeah.
it's a pre-facelift with the black strips, impact strips on the bumper,
Yeah.
the different headlights, the pre-facelift look and everything.
Yeah.
So I like opened the bonnet, and I opened the bonnet. It was the legendary M103 in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I like, oh damn, I want this car. So yeah, so the deal got sealed in 2 days.
Okay.
Bought it off. In fact, July this year, she has completed 10 years with me.
10 years with you.
Yeah, 10
Okay.
years with me under my ownership. Say till the time she didn't become the state color she is in today,
Yeah.
it was my daily drive even in monsoon.
Hmm.
But then I just decided that in monsoon the roads just get too bad, and like overall the driving sense of people just goes for a toss.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I like it's not worth it. So then I don't use the car during monsoon anymore. I just
Okay.
like it's a monsoon hibernation. Occasionally when that thing is too strong that I want to drive the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I just want to drive that car. Then it comes out. Then again before going into storage, it gets a proper underbody wash, outside body wash, and then again into the storage.
Okay. Okay.
Now coming to the restoration bit, when I just bought the car, it had no reverse.
Okay. Okay.
Then there were literally half of the flooring didn't exist,
Okay. Okay.
right? So all things were there, like the issues were there in the car. But I was like, I'm not going to find a 300E.
Yeah.
What am I complaining about? A 300E, sorted out paperwork, Bombay number. Then later it turned out that the first owner of this car
Yeah.
was Sunny Deol's wife, Linda Deol.
Oh, okay.
She in turn gifted this car to Sunny Deol.
Oh, okay.
Then Sunny Deol, after using it for a couple of years, gave it to Manish Asrani, the actor.
Yeah.
You know that jailer in the Sholay movie?
I know. Yeah.
Aadhe idhar jao, aadhe udhar jao.
Pata.
That guy. And then he used it for a lot of time, like a really long time he used it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it got sold,
Okay.
right? So basically from the person whom I bought was like an accomplice of Manish Asrani itself.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So I didn't know all that back then. I
Uh-huh.
like shit. I love the car. I need the car.
You just want this car.
I don't care about whoever owned in the past.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what our car guys are.
But then I think Sunny Deol spotted you once or something
Yes,
like that
yes,
happened.
yes. So about 7-8 years ago,
Mhm.
back then I was just coming back from work, and near the airport,
Yeah.
he was coming out from the parking terminal. I was passing and going up the bridge, and he spotted the car.
Oh, okay.
And that time around, the car was still in its original shade. I won't say the original paint, but
Yeah.
original shade,
Okay.
which was the 929 nautical blue. So he's instantly recognized. He stopped me over and said, "Arey, this was my car." Like, yes, sir, I know your RC is still there on your. Like, I could see your name on the RC.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, yeah, good. He was like, I'm really happy to see that this car still exists.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was really good adventure. But so coming to the restoration point, so this car has gone through 3 restorations.
Okay,
in
okay.
its 10-year tenure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't say 3 restoration, more like a 2.5 restoration. So the first was just to make the car drivable, cosmetically decent, right? So because when I got the car, paint was bad, flooring, like I said, flooring didn't exist. She would overheat.
Yeah.
Gearbox was gone for a toss, so on and so forth.
Okay.
So that time it was just like, give it the same color overcoat,
Yeah.
just make it look cosmetically good, do the whatever metal and tin work needed to be done to make it properly fine,
Yeah.
and do up the whole mechanicals of the car. So we read the gearbox, suspension, brakes, little bit of engine work.
Okay.
That's about it. Then flashback to say 2016-17. I was like, shit, I'm done with this blue color. I just could not take that blue
Yeah.
color anymore, right?
Yeah.
So then I wanted something hatke, right?
Uh-huh.
So I like what to do. So then, those times when you just keep on looking for parts, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like that. So like we have our own restoration shops,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
at times I pay visits to our local scrapyards and everything. So over there I found a 124 E220, kid you not, with a Brabus Gen 1 body kit on it,
Okay.
right? and with excellent interiors inside.
Yeah.
Right? So I asked the guy, how much you want for the bumpers and all? He quoted some absurd figure.
Okay.
Then I told him, how much you want for the car? He quoted like, I want 1.2 lakhs from the car.
Okay.
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 They're like, no, I'll give you 1 lakh. I'll take it right now. Like, take it.
Acha.
I bought the whole car off.
Okay. Okay.
Took the kit.
Yeah.
Took the interiors. Sold the rest car back to him. Right?
Yeah.
And that's how this kit came on the car, which is on the car today, the body kit which is on the car today.
So what all is the part of the kit apart from the bumpers and the...
So the kit consists of the front and back bumpers, the side skirts, which we had to modify to fit because that guy had cut the side skirts to fit a E220. So we had to undo the whatever nonsense he had done.
Okay, okay.
And that's the part of the body kit.
Mm-hmm.
And then on one of my trips abroad, I found a set of BBS wheels. Back then, I didn't know that those were not genuine BBS wheels.
Okay, okay.
They were replicas. So by mistake, I bought those.
Okay, okay.
So used it, but the car then developed a very terrible vibration issue, which later got traced out that the wheel was a bit out, which we fixed it and repaired it. Now it doesn't have that. But then, you know, it was a 17-inch wheel.
Okay.
And on our road conditions, I was not too happy with the ride quality. And due to which the usage went down quite a lot.
Okay.
So, and I was like, shit, I need to do something about this. I can't just keep on. So, that's how like 3 years went from 2017 to 2020, 21 tak, you know, that happened.
Okay, okay.
And then during the COVID lockdown, then this is the current avatar of the car came. Now, inspiration behind the car going yellow. So everyone, when I spoke to certain friends of mine and family and my wife and everyone, I tell I'm making my car yellow. Like, you are gone mad. You're making a Mercedes yellow. I'm like, listen, I know what I'm doing. Just trust me. So they were like, okay. And in the end of the day, your car, you can do what you're free to do what you want. But this is our advice. Like, okay. So the inspiration behind this, in fact, I'm wearing the same T-shirt as well. So there's a very famous YouTuber you may also know, Shmi150, Tim Burton.
Yeah, I know.
So back during COVID 2020, 2021, he bought himself a AMG GT Black Series when it was just launched.
Yeah.
And his car again was in grey shade. And then he gave it to one of the specialists in London, in UK, to paint it in AMG's solar beam yellow.
Yeah.
And that is what inspired me, right? Because see, I always wanted a color which was something like the next color. I wanted something which was bright.
Yeah.
And you know, it just reflects. It bright. It just, you know, when you look at it like, oh wow, that's something different. It's nice and bright to see.
Yeah.
I wanted something bright and something nice. So that is the shade I selected. And I like him as a person and I like him as a YouTuber. He's a superb guy. Met him quite a few times. Superb guy to interact with.
Okay.
So decided, chalo, that's it. Let's do a yellow. And we did a solar beam yellow.
Okay.
And during COVID lockdown, and again, the same things in the night, keep on hunting parts, keep on saying what's interesting to buy, what's not to buy. So one night like that on eBay UK, I found these set of wheels which are on the car currently. These are the Brabus monoblock 4 in 15 inches. And they are rare. You find them a lot in 17s, 18s and 19s, but finding in 15 inches is rare.
Okay.
I like this is just the perfect thing I need, right?
Yeah.
The 15 inches, perfect for our Indian roads.
Yeah.
And it stays stock to the spec of the original car.
Yeah.
I like, chalo, set. Bought it off, got it shipped to my friend's house in the UK.
Yeah.
It laid there for good 6, 7, 8 months. Till the time, you know, the world just normalized a bit.
Yeah.
All the shipping options opened up. Shipping rates came down. And then I got it here, fixed it on the car. And then this is how she is.
Okay. So what future plans have you got with this car?
So I don't know. I'm just very content with this car now.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a hell lot of other mods that I could do. Like put a turbo. There are a lot of ready kits available for these engines. Put a turbo with a electronic fuel injection and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But no, for what it is,
I think you're really happy with this.
I'm very happy what she does, because right now it's just the right balance of performance paired with comfort and the looks and everything. I'm really very content right now. I'm just enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it.
She's very beautiful. And tell me, there's this yellow outline on the speedometer. So you got it done on your own?
No. So since this was a UK import, so if you see it,
it has miles and kilometers.
Miles and kilometers per hour together. So the yellow is kilometers per hour.
Okay.
And the white is miles per hour.
So it was stock.
This is stock. This is stock.
Even the yellow color is stock.
Yeah.
Okay. And now tell me one thing. Now, if someone is looking to buy such a car today, so how much should he spend on buying a car, and how much should he spend on restoring it, maintaining it?
So see, buying the car again depends how strong your will is. Like
now, I know the 300E will be expensive, but if someone
first and foremost to find them is a very difficult task. Right?
But if we talk about the regular 124, E220,
so regular 124, a good condition 124s today have in this era have really gone up in value.
Yeah.
Like say about 6 years ago, 5 years ago, you could still get a really good, decent 124 for like 3 lakhs, 3.5 lakhs types.
Yeah, yeah.
Today you won't even get it for 5 and 6 lakhs also.
Exactly.
We know of recently one really nice, clean, original E220 124 which exchanged hands for 6.5 lakhs. So, you know, that's those because just the cars have gone down. Either, so there is no mid-level cars left.
Yeah.
Either they are only good, clean cars or they're absolutely crappy cars.
Exactly.
And there's no point buying crappy cars because the cost of restoring them will be much higher than buying a really clean car to start with. And in terms of restoration cost, say if you buy a really clean car, right, which is very original from outside, inside and everything, it may need some mechanical works like say suspension, maybe your running repairs like your
AC, steering, all that.
Yeah, something like that. So that's like, it's okay, it's not that bad. Like, you know, you should keep aside anywhere between 1.5 to 2 lakhs for it.
But these are not very difficult to maintain also. I mean, you can still do it.
Yeah.
Especially in a city like Mumbai.
So parts you still get in aftermarket within our city itself.
Yeah.
Mercedes Benz still supports it. You get parts abroad as well for this car.
Yeah, because this has a big global fan base, right?
Correct.
Parts is not an issue.
Correct.
And there's a lot of aftermarket support also, right? If you don't want original parts, if someone wants better alternatives or maybe some different brands, parts you get from other countries.
Correct. You get aftermarket support as well. So that's a good thing. So you know that's a really helps the overall situation in keeping this car. And you know this is one of those classics which are very usable on a modern daily basis.
Yeah.
Supremely comfortable.
It's very comfortable. I like the seats. Really soft and nice.
Supremely comfortable. They handle really nicely.
Yeah.
And they just have the right balance of handling versus comfort. Unlike modern cars today, which are just gone too stiff.
Exactly.
Just gone too stiff. I don't know why. For what reason?
And these modern cars are loaded with electronics. I mean, this one still has that driver involvement.
So yeah, and see this car is old.
Yeah.
But it is not so old that it makes you feel ancient. Like you have all that core, you have all the core features that you require on a daily basis. Like you have really good strong AC, you have power windows, you have an automatic gearbox, you have ABS.
Yeah.
You have all those stuff. You have airbags. So I mean, those are the core things that you need on a daily basis. It has a very, very, very sorted out chassis. I mean, as a fun fact, derivative of the 124, I won't say a derivative, but the top of the line 124, which was a 500E, which was developed in conjunction with Porsche, right? It was built on a little bit modified standard 124 chassis. That just shows how good a chassis this car was to start off with. Right? I mean, this was the first car in its class, like I would say so this is basically the E-Class category. So this was the first car in its class to have a multi-link suspension, fully independent suspension at the back. Some would say the 201 came with it first. Yes, it came with it first. But then for its category, this car is the first thing and that itself made a basis for all the future lineup of Mercedes-Benz cars to come with this suspension. Like today, if you see the rear suspension, say on the latest 213, 214, or then the coming up 214 and compare it with this, the bases are completely the same. It's still the 12-link multi-suspension. It still uses the same dampers. Maybe the higher versions will have air suspension on it. But the bases are the same. So this laid a foundation stone for so many models coming ahead. So so this is I love this car. I mean, it just does everything for me. It's a very balanced thing.
It has that nice wow factor to it also.
Yeah.
Because of the yellow color.
Yeah, yellow color, it's just the way it looks. You know, And plus now, thanks to the rise of young timer movement in overall in our field, and more and more younger collectors coming into this classic car and classic car scene.
Yeah.
These cars have started to get the appreciation that they always deserved. Now, those collectors are no more old now.
Yeah.
The new age collectors are there in the scene now.
And they're passionate, right? So
They are
they
passionate.
want to take good care of the cars.
So something like same story like mine, that they were young. They always wanted something like this. They could not, because obviously they are young. I mean, they have still not settled in, and they wanted something like that. Now they can afford it.
They have the opportunity to buy it now.
Yeah, so it's like that.
So we are back from a drive in the 124. Jatin, thank you for sharing your experience.
You're most welcome.
Now, if our viewers want to know what are the top 3 modern classics that one can buy and maintain realistically today, then what would you suggest?
So one would be the 124.
Yeah.
Second would be the W123, and you could also think of a R129 SL.
R129. Okay, nice.
Yeah, R129 SLs if you get a clean cars to buy.
Yeah. And out of the newer generation of Mercedes cars, if someone wants to buy something which is used, pre-owned, but not again, they don't want to break their bank, right? They want something on a realistic budget. Then what do you suggest? What model of the C-Class, E-Class or whatever?
So one can go for a 204 facelift.
Yeah.
One can go for a 212 pre-facelift or a facelift or even a 211 facelift.
Okay.
Depending on the budget.
Yeah.
And if you really want to get luxury feels for cheap, and the best thing you can go for is a 221 today.
221.
Right? So it's 221 is something like you can buy if you want to buy, say, a brand. You have a budget of buying a brand new Honda City.
Yeah.
Right? Buy a 221, save up the rest money for maintenance and fuel, and enjoy it.
Done. Thank you so much, Jatin, for sharing your insights, and it was lovely talking to you.
Same here.
Your turn. What do you guys think of the 124? Which one is your favorite Mercedes E-Class model, or in general, which is your favorite Mercedes? Tell us in the comments below. Thank you so much.